Yeah, so like I said, today's sustainability is about just kind of a quick and simple guide to what we do here at Sustain Dub. Thanks for being here.
I'm Jake.
Oh, and I'm Annie.
So we're both peer educators, which are a bridge between UNCW sustainability and the student body. And this past semester, we started incorporating liaisons so that we can better connect with certain parts of UNCW. So I'm the dining liaison. So I work mainly with the dining.
Yeah, and I'm the diversity liaison, so I'm like the main contact person with all of the diversity offices on campus, and then also any clubs or things like that that we're trying to get connected with. Um, And a little bit about how I got started with UNCW Sustainability. I actually had signed the pledge and opted in for the weekly newsletter. And then I was checking my email one day and I was reading the newsletter and I saw that they were hiring. And I was like, wow, I'm looking for a job. How awesome. And so I applied and I ended up getting it. And I have loved it every minute that I've had this job. So it's a really great group to be a part of.
And for me, I was in the special topic sustainable living uni class, and I worked with Kat a lot to do different projects and stuff. And then I found out about this, and then I applied and got it. And like Annie said, it's been a great time since I've done it the past 2 semesters.
So this is just a beginning list of ways to get involved with sustainability here at UNCW. Like I mentioned in the previous slide, the Sustainability Pledge is pretty much the number one way that we like to encourage people to get started being involved with us. It's a really easy way to make a difference. It's pretty much just a personal commitment to acting more sustainably and trying your best to lead a more sustainable life. And then it also helps us learn a little bit about what people are interested in regards to sustainability. And it also helps to show the representation of people that are interested in and committed to living sustainably. And the really nice thing about it is that after you sign it, you can opt in to receive our weekly newsletter and receive updates every week about what we have going on, what events we might be leading, what we're working on and things like that.
And one of the things that we have created was the Student Guide to Sustainability, which you can just look up on Google and put UNCW. And it's pretty much just a bunch of different ways that you can be more sustainable, like at home, at work, at school. And it's a really good resource that you can use.
Yeah, and we can put the link in the chat if anybody is interested. Another awesome way to get involved with us is through Volunteer Fridays. They have kind of been a little bit different because of the pandemic and everything lately, but what we typically try to do is as many Fridays as possible, we have a volunteer opportunity somewhere in the community or on campus here in Wilmington. And that's open to all students. And it's a really fun way to connect with people, to learn about organizations that are about sustainability or other related topics here in Wilmington. And it's just a fun way to kind of connect with people, meet people, and get to know a little bit more about what we do.
And one of the things that we started last semester while we went on quarantine was the virtual book club. And we read like articles and watched short videos and discussed those. And I don't think we're doing it this semester so far, but it's definitely something that we can look into if people are interested in that. And but that was a really good way that we could get involved online.
Yeah, and then another program that we began during the online portion of the semester last semester was Sustainability, which I'm figuring you all know what that is since you're here. But Sustainability, we pretty much created to kind of open up a dialogue with people here on campus. And so basically every week there's a different topic and we base the topic off of a few different questions. And then there maybe is a presentation or a video or something to kind of get the ball rolling with the discussion. And then we just open the floor for questions or for discussion to hear what anybody wants to say. And it's a really good way to hear people's thoughts and to learn from each other and to really like just have a discourse with everyone about it. And so we're really excited that we have been able to keep it up this semester. We really loved it last semester, which is why we carried it over. And we thank you guys for being here today.
And another thing that we do is gold talent events. So if you're hosting an event or anything, you can make it gold talent by going to the website, and there's a checklist, and you can either there's 3 levels. I think it's blue talent, teal talent, and gold talent, which is like the highest like level of sustainability, I guess. Um, so you just fill that out and you can have a more sustainable event.
And we can even, if somebody is committing to doing a Go Talent event, we can help provide resources or help with setting up or having a representative from sustainability there to just, because we want to encourage anybody to do it if they can, and we want to help provide the resources necessary for that. Um, and then another thing that we really, really like to tell everybody about is the TGIF mini grants. So the TGIF mini grants, that stands for the Green Initiative Fund. And it's a really exciting thing that we have, and we really encourage anybody that's interested to apply. The TGIF mini grant is basically available to anyone who's doing research or a project or anything like that that is related to sustainability. And we love that it's available because it really helps people be able to have the opportunity to do the research and things that they may not otherwise be able to do if they didn't have the funds for it. And again, it's available to anybody that applies, any student that applies, and we really want people to get it. So we definitely encourage anybody that's interested to apply.
And if you're artistic, we have the poster competition, which is different than like normal poster competitions. You do it based off the sustainable development goals, and the purpose is to have like a quick like walk by poster that you can tell what it is saying within a few seconds of just walking by. And it's based off of like research or projects that you've done. And if you win, then you can get a conference that you want to go to paid for.
And then the last thing on our list is not a small thing, but it is a really exciting one. That would be the sustainability minor. So we really like to stress that the sustainability minor is something that can pair well with any major. It's really complementary with majors that maybe are more directly correlated to sustainability, but it also is a great way to learn more about being sustainable and about sustainability if you're maybe in a major that's not as directly related. And it's full of really interesting classes with great professors. And it just is, we're really happy that we have it available because it is a great resource for students to learn more and even to actually receive like a formal education in it. So that's something we definitely like to let people know about.
And just to reiterate what we just talked about, the Sustainability Pledge is a really important thing that we have, and is one of the first steps you can take to being sustainable as a Seahawk. And yeah, I encourage you all to sign that.
Yeah, and it's a really easy way to really take that first step and get the ball rolling, and make that pledge as an individual to really do your best to be living a sustainable lifestyle. And then in terms of clubs and organizations, we really, really encourage everyone to look into the clubs and organizations that are related to sustainability that we have here on campus, because there's so many of them. They're actually listed in the Student Guide to Sustainability, and we partner with them frequently, and they do so much great work in the community. And we just really like that there's so many different options for people because a lot of them are more specified, and so it's a really great way to individually get involved in something that you're both interested in, and then also to be making a positive impact on the community.
And if you want to find some of those clubs and organizations, you can look on our Instagram and our highlights, because we have some listed there that we have spotlighted in the past. And in terms of lifestyle changes in school and work and home, you can look at the Student Guide to Sustainability that I mentioned earlier, and it just has a lot of easy ways that you can live a more sustainable life.
Yeah, and then there's also a lot of times we'll do programs or events, or we'll partner with other groups and do events that we might do like a DIY or teach you how to make a change that's pretty and make that change smoothly in order to live more sustainably. And then last but not least, a really easy way to keep up with what we have going on and to really commit to learning little bits about sustainability every day is through following us on social media. So following us at SustainDub on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. We post almost every day, if I think every day, we post about what we have going on. And then we also a lot of times will post little educational things just to give everybody a little burst of information to keep their new info about sustainability rolling. So we definitely suggest you follow that to stay up to date with us.
And here's just a QR code that you can scan with your phone. Just go on your camera and open that up. And it'll take you to a page with the links to our pledge, our website, our Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So this is just an easy way to get all of our resources quickly.
Yeah, so from there, does anyone have any questions? And if not, if anyone was interested, we could take a more in-depth look at the student guide to sustainability and kind of look through some of the things that we mentioned during the presentation. Let's take a look.
Okay. Oh, here's the checklist for the gold talent events. So there's blue talent, teal talent, and gold talent. And it goes with like, there's different categories for catering, waste, energy, and other. But here's the student guide to sustainability. It's a little bit long, but has a lot of good information.
Super detailed and kind of gives an overview of what we do with more detail, and then goes into a lot of detail about specific ways to get involved and about the minor that we mentioned and the different classes involved in that. So yeah, it really goes over a lot, and we think it's pretty good, and it gives a lot of great information. And yeah, and then this is a list of all of the different clubs and organizations on campus that we like to shout out in the work that they do. There's so many of them. And I think it's a really good representation of showing how sustainability is about so many different things. Because there's so many clubs that that apply to sustainability that you wouldn't necessarily think right off the bat were related.
Yeah, and it talks about just things that you can do like at your house, like with the groceries, like there's simple ways that you can change your shopping habits, like with water, electricity, even your workspace. Um, it really covers everything and definitely something that you should look into, even what UNCW is doing as a whole.
For sure. Yeah, like Jake said, going into detail about the buildings and the dining halls, because there is a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that I think are really awesome and cool to know about. And if anybody has any questions, we are obviously happy to answer them. And then there's also our contact information, which is always an easy way to get in touch with us via email or Instagram, Facebook, really any way that is best for you. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. We really appreciate you being here.